What's up, YouTube land? Xeno Gaming here, and welcome back to round 2 of Transnations F1 eSports League. This is the Tier 1 No Assist League, and today we're at the Bahrain Grand Prix for round 2, and this is not my best track, but we're looking to bounce back after a poor performance in round 1 at Melbourne. So Bahrain, not one of my weakest tracks on the calendar in my opinion. I don't know, never gelled with this circuit for whatever reason on this game and in previous years and even this year's game. So here is our first qualifying run, and now this is the same set of tyres, the second lap here, and we improved the time by a few tenths here, but we're still nothing special compared to everybody else. And now this is our best lap here in qualifying. I'll show the full lap as we head into turn 1, braking down to second gear and then short shifting from third to fourth to fifth, and then planting the throttle on the run to turn 4. Also, I do have a setup on the car this week for qualifying at least, and we now come here into turn 4. It doesn't really make a difference though around this circuit because my pace just isn't there, and I did put in a bit of practice for this race, and I did get my what I thought my time was. I lowered my time in time trial by a fair bit of time, but I don't think it really mattered, to be honest, because I just didn't have the pace during a qualifying session or race pace just in general. So time trial practice, yeah, it didn't really help me this week. But anyway, coming into the end of the second sector, now that was where I was losing most of my time in the second sector. Was just losing, 6-7 tenths every lap in that middle sector to the top guys, and you just can't compete with that if you're losing that much time in the middle sector. As we now come into the last corner, braking back down to fourth gear and trying to plant the throttle as smoothly and quickly as possible, and you can see we've improved the time a little bit again, but not much, and it's a 25.6. It's just not fast enough, unfortunately. It's only 16th place here as we now come into our final run, and I missed the apex completely at turn 4, so you can see we're down on time now. And then as we come into turn 7 here, had a bit of a moment mid corner, and then I ended up exceeding track limits, and that was it with that, and unfortunately didn't show the results there, but I do qualify in 16th place. And then we're getting into the race, and the lobby wouldn't load as a typical thing on this year's game. It seems that if one person can't connect, then the whole lobby will not load. So we ended up having to create a new lobby, but I was going to start on the hard tyre, but this is a bit frustrating because now all the guys in the top 10, although we have a rule in Transnation that you must start on a tyre that you qualified on, they all are going to start now on a fresh set of softs, which is it is what it is. There's not much we can really do about it, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll just have to jump into the next lobby now, and we're still going to be able to start on the hard compound tyre. You can see Addy there on the medium tyre in the Mercedes, but as we now jump into our next lobby, you can see here I'm not going to edit this at all from as we jump in the new lobby. And what do? Here I set up the strategy to make sure I start on the hard tyre, and I put in the right amount of fuel. But what's one thing I didn't do? I didn't load the setup. As you see, we go back and then into start race, and as I clicked that, I realised I had not loaded my setup. So yeah, a bit of a disaster there. But you can see Addy still on the medium tyres here, but as we come to the race start, you should switch to the hard compound tyre, which I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do, but you got away with that, I guess, changing his mind. Anyway, we're going to jump into the race now. So here we go, 5 red lights here for the Bahrain Grand Prix Transnation Round 2. And let's go here in Bahrain, and that's a decent start from us. We immediately drive past Addy, and we get past the Ferrari ahead of us as well. And as we're going to dive down into turn 1, we're going to send it down the inside very aggressively here. We've got Robin on our inside, a bit of contact there, and more contact there on the exit, and we just further out the throttle, but then there's a racing point spinning off. There's a Haas off. That's my teammate, actually. And we get past the Williams there, and we managed to sneak up here into 12th place from 16th on the grid. And is there more we can pick off here? You got the Marlow up ahead, and the other racing point car, I can't quite make out the name. And we're going to try and dive up the inside here into the hairpin, but we're not able to do it. It was very close to contact there. We've got a shocking exit, and we're having to use overtake here to defend from the car that's behind, but we managed to do so. And lock up the front left into turn 10, as typical as can be. And now we're just going to have to try and settle into a bit of a rhythm. And the car just felt so understeery here and had no straight line speed either. As you can see, we're already getting challenged down into turn 11 and 12, and the car behind is on the medium tyre, so very wide once again through that sequence of corner. And now we've got the Mercedes here ready to pounce, and he's through. That is Addy who's through, and then I almost put it in the barrier there. Very lucky to save that, and Robin goes through as well on us. And now we've got the Ferrari behind as well, Fickle, I believe. I can't quite make it out, but I'm pretty sure that's who it is. And he's down my inside. I leave him plenty of space and managed to defend it through turn 2 and 3. But now on the run to turn 4, and he's not quite close enough, so we're going to be able to stick ahead for now, as we now come around to the next lap, and he's probably using all of his overtake here. No DRS just yet, but he flies past us here and now has a position this time and for turn 1. And not much we can do about that. We're going to use overtake and DRS here, but I turn off overtake. I'm not really trying to attack here at this point, and we go conservative into turn 4. And I'm just trying to run the best race I can for now. And we got Sharu now behind us, our teammate, and we'll probably make a bit of a mistake there. Then Fickle also spins in a weird location. Just he couldn't control his car, so I let Sharu go here, further out the throttle, just let my teammate through. No use fighting him, he's a lot quicker than me, and I think everyone's a lot quicker than me. And now we got Macca coming up behind us, and he's going to overtake us into the last corner here. And he does that pretty easily. And now we also have the I think it's the other Williams coming through on us. Yes, it is. And yeah, just the pace is just not very good at the minute. And Mac is now having to defend from the Williams in turn 1, who has a huge lunge around the outside but can't get it done. Had all the brakes locked up there in turn 1. But moving to lap 8 now, and we got the AlphaTauri behind us, who's already made a stop in this race, and he's coming straight down the inside. I believe he's made a stop in this. Actually, no, I don't think he has. I'm not too sure if he has or hasn't made a stop. But he comes around the inside at turn 11, sweeps around the outside of us at turn 13. There was a really nice move. So yeah, good on him for that. And just keep my nose clean here. We're in 13th position. It's lap 9. And now a safety car is deployed, so the safety car, it was an interesting decision what to do with strategy. I decided to stay out, and the strategy was to go onto the soft tyre at a later point in the Grand Prix. I wasn't sure what I was going to do at that point. I decided to stay out. I thought that was a better strategy for me. Probably wasn't in hindsight, but I could have stuck on a pair of mediums to go to the end of the race, but anyway, here's another mistake I'll make here. So I'm just putting heat to the tyres. I accelerated forward. I expected the Red Bull to accelerate, and he didn't accelerate, as he just kept weaving that one time more than I thought he would. And I broke the front wing, and the safety car's coming in this lap, so I'm going to chuck on the medium tyre and go to the end. But look, I can't even turn through the last corner, and here's unfortunately the racing point goes up my inside here as I'm trying to dive into the pit lane, but we managed to do it. But just so frustrating. It's a silly mistake. I wasn't having the best race. Obviously, didn't have much pace, but I put myself into a decent position, I thought, at least, and I thought maybe I'd be able to steal a points finish away, but now with breaking the front, we copped a 5-second penalty as well, which is probably fair enough. And yeah, just shit like that. Sorry to the language, just really annoys me. Just really annoyed at myself for that. And now the race is pretty much done. We're 36 seconds behind everybody else, and with the pace I had, I made the change the front wing. I lowered the downforce a bit on it, but that wasn't going to help much. And yeah, so now we've got 16 laps to go, and we're pretty much just going to be lapping on our own for the majority. I'll skip now here to lap 24, and this is the first car that's come up behind me. It's the Ferrari, who's on a fresh set of softs, and I defended the best I could here. I used a lot of energy to keep him behind, and he just outbraked me on fresher tyres, bit of contact there, and I kind of just understeered playing into the side of him there. But yeah, we're now in 17th place and last. Just the pace isn't there. A few guys would drop out before the race was over, so we gained positions just by that from them retiring in the pits. And it's a 14th place finish, but it's nothing special. And just another poor race to start the season. So hopefully we can have a better race next week in China. We're skipping Vietnam just to finish the calendar a little bit quicker. Plus Vietnam's not on the Formula 1 calendar in real life, so yeah. Having said that, congratulations to Andrew. Just another dominating performance from himself up front. So yeah, he's finished second last week and first this week. So he'll take control of the championship league with Tyler finishing in third after winning last week. So Kush, after retiring in Australia, coming home in second place this time around. So hope you guys all enjoyed this video today. Once again, not my best result, but hopefully we learn, and we'll take that into the next race. Until then, I'll see you then. Goodbye.